Hi Capricorn, welcome to your reading and happy early birthday. Woo! We made it. You made it. Jupiter enters Capricorn on the 2nd. Now, what Jupiter did for Sag is a lot different than what it's going to do for you. So all the secrets and the forgiveness and the things that need to be found out, it all has to get done before December 2nd. Because then it's time to really get to work, and the first thing Jupiter does when it gets there is it teams up with Saturn and Pluto and says, okay, Capricorn, test time, exam time. Here are all the mistakes you've made in the past cycle. Now I'm back. It's been 12 years since I've been here. What have you done? What mistakes have you made? And what did you learn? Are you still making the same mistakes? Here, let me throw some situations at you and see how you react. And then I'll know for sure if you've learned anything. Page of Pentacles in reverse or not. Now that's a lot to lay on a cap. You know what I just found out? I just found out that mountains have really deep stakes into the ground. So for example, Mount Everest is 9 kilometers tall, but it's 126 kilometers down. Page of Cups, King of Swords, and the 10 of Pentacles. There are chances for very, very productive unions, but they're making you step way outside of the strict regulations you have about forgiveness and moving on. Jupiter wants to test the parts of you that you're absolutely sure about. Just to make sure. Just to make sure. So aside from a time where Sag and Capricorn really have to look at themselves and decide, consciously decide not to make the same mistakes anymore, aside from the temptation left and right, Page of Pentacles in reverse, coming at you to make the same mistakes, what happens when you persevere? What happens when you pass the test? Then what will Jupiter do? Well, then there will be another test. And another test, and another test. Page of Cups and the Fool. And it looks like, at least in December, you will pass those tests. Page of Cups is someone coming to you with an offer. The Fool is you taking the offer. Now be really careful mid-December, the 20th to the 24th or so. Any deal that comes in at that time, just wait on it. You'll find out more about that in February. Just don't move on it. Whatever comes to you, receive with open arms, but don't sign anything quite yet. Everyone can sense what's coming for you guys, and they all want to be on board, much like they were doing with Sagittarius. Speaking of fire signs, Queen of Wands. Taking control of your power. If there is a fire sign in your life that you are very close to, especially a female, they're showing up as very powerful, very supportive, there for you, aiding in your success, especially if it's a Leo. And then 5 of Cups. So if you've been dealing with a Leo and you're feeling pretty broken up about it because you just can't understand what's happened to them, Leos are going through a really interesting time. Their work for the first time is beginning to mean more than their interpersonal relationships, and that's really new for them. But it makes sense because they're going through such an abundant time. So it's difficult. They also have Cancer right behind them with that North Node. So it's bringing up so much internal work for Leos that they're not ready quite to share with anyone. So you may feel like you have lost a Leo, but you haven't really. They're just, you know how cats can be. And then the Magician. You are looking at some major successes that insists that you take apart. It requires you to take apart what you're doing or to end something and break it down into its pieces and start again. And what you start again, what you begin to do with the pieces that you have, it's going to be great. Super good, super good. One more card. Take a deep breath, Capricorn. Let's just, we're getting into it now. So you have the test, you pass the test. More temptation tests, you pass those. Nostalgia test, you got to pass that one. And then the real icky ego stuff will come out. What do you really want to do? What are you really after? What's it all about for you? And you're like, my intentions are pure. But your ego's like, is it? Is it? Oh, Jupiter's going to play with you. It plays with everyone. Ask the Sagittarians what they've been through. Everyone's like, oh my God, it's so great. Sagittarians are like, yeah, it was great. I love looking at all the things I can't have. You've been stuck. And now it's time to start moving, but we don't want to start moving with arguing. Moving forward, making progress, moving on, being different, reinvention has nothing to do with the Five of Wands unless you want it to. Also, don't fight with your fire sign friends. Don't fight over messaging and texts and emails, period. Just don't do it. You will get baited into it. Don't do it. It will affect your money. By Leo season, July, August of 2020, things are looking super good. Ooh, exciting stuff. Okay, let's look at these, yeah? Love you.
Hi Capricorn, welcome to the second part of your reading. So, upon closer inspection, it's kind of wild, huh? That Page of Pentacles in reverse, considering that Jupiter is coming in a few days. It's going to turn you upside down. By the way, I'll be drinking water throughout, and I suggest you do the same. Like I said before, this time of year is really dehydrating. And dehydration can actually cause depression. Hold on one second. So, we just want to stay on top of it. But yeah, take a look. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Sorry I kept calling this the Page of Cups. I was looking at that and I was talking about that. But you can see here that a lot of really great things are coming in. And a lot of pieces are falling into place. Maybe that's a better way to say it. And there will be a lot of temptation to move backwards or go the wrong way, even though that is so outside of your nature. But it's a really funny time. And it looks very obviously like you come out wonderful. But also, it's obvious that you do so because you are able to be better than you are. There is communication, and then there's communication that leads to fighting and standstills. To communicate how you feel before this scenario starts playing out is really important. It would be wonderful, for example, if you would communicate from this place instead. What's the difference? The difference is the objective is the same. You need something, want something, or need to express something to someone. You can either do so from a place of great abundance, knowing that what is for you and you can't mess it up. Or you can aggressively go and try to climb that mountain and go get it. This is the deep stake in the ground, and that's the height of the mountain. One is finite, and the other seemingly infinite. That's really the choice for you, not just in December, but in your upcoming season and into 2020. Do you grow your power and strength, or do you keep spicing up the display window? Of course, display windows are important, but how much inventory you got? See what I mean? Jupiter will bring you inventory. Jupiter will open the right doors at the right time, and you can sail on through in the perfect outfit because you're already on top of it all and you were just waiting for this next plug. It's not a time any longer to go out there and try to get it done. We're done with that. Now we use our magic, our power, our magnetism, and our very real ability as cardinal Earth to create success. In the extended, we'll shuffle through, and then we'll take all the cards and we'll do a new shuffle to see what January 2020 and the coming year looks like. Happy early birthday. This is a really, really good birthday reading. It speaks to exactly where most of you have been astrologically, and that makes me really happy.